It was okay. It's Code Down Falcon video. And today I'm doing my Naruto review, episode 94 review English dub. So here it goes. Episode starts out with in the previous episode we see Jiraiya was saying he's going to take on Orochimaru, and he told Sugune to take on Kabuto there. And when that was going on with that stuff there, he told Sugune to take on Kabuto, and he's going to take on Orochimaru there and shit like that. So the fight was about to begin there. Kabuto summoned the snakes there, or for Orochimaru, he technically summoned the snakes there and shit like that for the summoning jutsu. Jiraiya was still fucking drugged there and stuff like that, so he was trying to summon the Chief Toad there, but the Chief Toad didn't came because he was technically he was technically he messed up his jutsu there, but he actually summoned Kamachuchi there. When he summoned Kamachuchi there, he's like, wait, I didn't plan to summon you and stuff like that. That's what Jiraiya was saying to Kamachuchi, and he's like, wait, he's like, I got summoned here, so what I'm supposed to do and shit like that. That's what Kamachuchi was actually saying to Jiraiya there. And then Jiraiya didn't really meant to summon him and stuff like that, and mostly because of the thing there, because he was technically drugged still, or Jiraiya was technically drugged still and stuff like that. Even Shirune actually said, Shirune's like, he can't build enough chakra because of the drug and stuff like that. So when they were gonna go off of that shit there, fucking Orochimaru Kabuto was saying something to why Jiraiya didn't summon the Chief Toad there, and he said it's because he's mostly drugged there and stuff like that, because Tsunade technically drugged him and shit like that. He told him when he actually was saying stuff about that, saying like, oh yeah, Tsunade technically drugged him and shit like that. And so it's messing with his chakras right now. And technically Orochimaru just like says some shit to fucking Jiraiya there, saying like, he's like, you're you're wasting your time and stuff like that. He told him that. Naruto heard that, and he's like Naruto heard that. He's like, oh, he's like, don't talk that to the pervy shit sage and shit like that. So Naruto did his hand signs also and tries to summon the Chief Toad, but he summoned he summoned the Utter Frog there. He summoned the Utter Frog there. Forgot Katsutu? I forgot what the other one was named. But yeah, and frickin' he's like, what are you doing, pal? And stuff like that. He told him, he's like, wait, he's like, why summon you? And stuff. He's like, wait. He's like, huh? And stuff like that. Naruto was like, huh? And crap like that. And Jiraiya was like, oh, yeah. So yeah, Jiraiya was like thinking, he's like, well, damn, Naruto, you still need to learn more and shit. So when that was going on with that shit, freaking Orochimaru started attack there. Well, technically Orochimaru started the attack there and shit like that. Naruto tried to jump in the way there. When Naruto was trying to jump in the way, he got eaten by the fucking snake there and shit like that. And then Jiraiya was like, he's like, crap. He's like, Naruto, don't, and shit like that. Again, Jiraiya jumped on top of the snake there and shit. And he's like, this drug is still messing with my chakras. He's like, it didn't wear off yet. So Kevin Dryden actually made a pit there of the goo and shit, or technically made a pit there for the snakes to not get out and shit. And he's like, I don't have enough chakra to make a bigger one, so this has to do. And he's like, and then they were actually was saying, Dry was actually saying, he's like, this drug didn't wear off yet, so I need to watch my P's and Q's. He's like, I need to watch out and stuff like that for it. Orochimaru attacks there. At Jiraiya. Jiraiya was trying to do a Jizo needle thing attack there, but it was not really affected there because he was still kind of drugged there. So Orochimaru got Jiraiya there, and you're losing your step, old friend. That's what Orochimaru actually said to Jiraiya there and shit like that. He's telling him he was losing his step and shit like that. So fucking Naruto finally got out of the fucking snake there. He's like you're not eating a second time and shit like that. So when he was actually saying about that, saying he was not gonna eat him a second time and shit like that for it. uh, we see Chijune getting hurt. We see Chijune was like getting pushed by Kabuto there. Technically, Kabuto just knocked her completely out and shit like that. Just technically knocked her completely out and shit. So technically, Chijune is out. And then he walked over to Tsunade, and he was ready to hit Tsunade there, and Tsunade was like, Tsunade was actually telling her to stay away and shit like that. Naruto goes flying into the fucking wall there and gets smacked. So he was kind of like out for the count there and shit like that. So technically, they're technically losing there and shit like that because of it and shit. Naruto was kind of like limping, going over there and shit like that. It was like he's like, I can't move my body and shit. That's what Naruto was actually saying and shit like that. Jiraiya or Jiraiya was actually, or not Jiraiya, Orochimaru was actually saying to someone, Jiraiya's like, why you were wasting your time with this kid and shit like that. That's what he was telling. He was like, why you're wasting enough time with Naruto and shit like that. And mostly was actually saying he's like, he acts like you and shit like that. That's what he told Jiraiya that. That's what Orochimaru told Jiraiya that there. And then he's like, he's not gonna be not skilled and stuff like that. That's what he told as he told Jiraiya there and stuff like that. He's like, he's not skilled as Sasuke, and Sasuke is still gonna beat him and stuff like that. And then Jiraiya was actually saying, he's like, why need Sasuke if Sasuke is a fucking genius there, and and stuff like that. When it was technically he was saying something about courage is much better and power, and that's what he was saying to Orochimaru. And Orochimaru wanted Sasuke for his Sharingan there. He was saying something about he wanted him for the Sharingan and stuff like that. And he's like stuff like that for it. Kabuto there was ready to punch Tsunade there, and then fucking Naruto jumps in the way there. He smacked into his headband there, and then he's like, he's like, you're kind of like wasting my time and stuff like that for it. So Naruto was trying to build up the Rasengan there, or he's trying to use the Rasengan for the first time on Kabuto, and technically he like tripped over or so. Technically Kabuto took out his like legs and stuff like that, and he said to he's like, Naruto was like, oh crap, he's like, he can't feel my fucking legs and shit like that. And he was saying he couldn't feel his leg and stuff like that, and then Kabuto was saying, he's like, your dreams are not gonna become reality and stuff like that for it. He's like, you're not gonna make your dreams happen and stuff. That's what Kabuto was actually saying to Naruto there. And then he started kicking Naruto when he was down. he's like, I can just end you, and he's like, I can just fucking kill you and shit like that. That's what Kabuto said to Naruto there. And then freaking Naruto, he said, stand back there. So Naruto uses a shadow clone there, and Kabuto was going full force at Naruto there. Technically, technically Naruto caught Kabuto's kunai there when he was like full charge coming at him. He's like he's like don't he's like I'm not gonna give up there. He's like that's my ninja way. That's what Naruto was actually saying and stuff like that. So Naruto was building up some chakra there, or Naruto was actually building up some chakra there and stuff like that. He was getting the Rasengan more power there, and then Tsunade was actually kind of shocked seeing that Naruto can actually push Kabuto there with the Rasengan. Naruto hits him with the Rasengan there when he was building up power. He hits him with the Rasengan, and then Kabuto's like he's like fucking crap like that, and that's where the episode ends. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Comment, rate, and response to the videos. If you like videos, please subscribe. Hit the notification once there are uploads. Comment, response to the videos. If you like our house. Out of your peace.